Good day. We are Group 6 of Eng11 Section B1 under Professor Bertolote. And our topic for our interview for today is all about the effects of playing video games. And our thesis statement is playing video games can have positive effects on social interaction of Eng11-B1 students. So we have here Mr. Francis Charles Manio, which is our classmate also in Eng11-B1, and I know he is a hardcore gamer, right? And he always loves to play video games, and that is also one of the reasons why we chose him to be our interviewee. So, Mr. Manya, we're glad that you give this time for us to interview you, and so let's start our interview.
So, Mr. Manio, how often do you play video games?
I play around 6 to 8 hours a day on average, but it usually depends on the work I have. The more work I have, the less time I play video games.
Does it apply on weekends or is it weekdays only or you have different playing time on weekends?
I have different playing time on weekends because I have no class in weekends. I usually play, I have more time playing around 10 to 12 hours, but still depends on the work I have.
Thank you for your answer.
So, Mr. Manyo, do you often play with your friends when you play video games?
Most of the time I play with them.
So, did you try to play with random players or strangers?
Most of the, I usually play with 2 to 3 friends, then the other players would be random people.
Question, Mr. Manya. Since when have you started playing these so-called video games?
I started playing during my elementary days when my father first bought us a family computer for us to play.
Since then, Mr. Manio, have you even considered yourself as an avid gamer?
At first, not, because I was only allowed to play during weekends and because I have school during weekdays. But as it progresses, I play by myself when my parents are not around.
Thank you, Mr. Manio, for that wonderful answer.
Mr. Manio, what kind of games do you usually play?
I usually play strategy and role-playing games because usually there is usually teamwork needed in there, so you learn to get along with other people even if you barely know them.
What are the objectives in this kind of games?
First is coordination because you have to cooperate with each other, and individual strength doesn't usually count because it's the teamwork that matters.
So, Mr. Manio, do playing video games help you make friends?
Yes, I would check video games because most of my friends today were my friends because of these video games. At first, we only have mutual friends, but as we played more together, we became friends ourselves.
Thank you.
So, how about the reaction of your family or friends about you playing such video games?
It's okay for my family of me playing video games, but I usually have a limit. For example, I'm only allowed to play at around 11 p.m. and any later with that, it would make them mad. And usually they will unplug the video games.
It's 11 p.m. So, how about your studies? Do they brag about your studies? You know, playing video games and studying?
Usually no, because all comes down to time management. Just like what I said, the more work I have, the less time I play my video games. But if there no work needed to be done, I just play the usual time.
Thank you.
And we do Mr. Manio about time management. Okay, do video games contribute happiness, your happiness and well-being?
It actually does, especially when I'm bored. I play it as my pastime. And when I have problems and when I'm in stress, I usually play video games to forget these problems.
So it's really great. Aside from those happiness and well-being, are there any benefits in video games for you?
Yes, actually, video games has taught me most of my grammar because most of the games I play would be on English language.
Mr. Manio, do you think that video games enhances your complex thinking and teamwork?
It actually does because just like what I said, you get to meet and play with other people, so you have to get along so that the cooperation would be smooth and you have to be friendly.
Mr. Manio, could you give some little examples about your current reality that says that you have enhanced your teamwork and complex thinking through these so-called video games?
Video games really help me become friendlier and helps me to get along easily with people that I don't, that's not that I hate, but I don't like, especially during group activities in school and
Thank you.
Mr. Manio, what do you think is the difference between a person who plays video games and a person who doesn't?
well, first is physical fitness because you don't exercise. But I would, in my opinion, I would say that those who play video games would have more friends because it acts as bonding time for us.
So, Mr. Manio, our last and final question for you is, do you think if you were given a chance to stop playing video games, would you consider it?
My answer to that would be no, because playing video games is not just a hobby or pastime, but it has been a way of life for me because it has helped me gain a lot of friends, bond with friends, and even connect to my friends that are far from me.
So, that's our question. So, thank you.
Any message for the gamers out there?
Well, don't stop playing.
So thank you,
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you.
Manio, again for the time. It was such a pleasure.